Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Blackshear now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 15, 15, 15. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. What's that?
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And it's second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Yeah, they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
22 yards there, a first down.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
Here we go.
Second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three and a half to go, first quarter. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check, Panther.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Seahawks at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin. And got his man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Ready,
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job.
Okay,
what they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Come on, set. Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Able to find Willis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Mitch Wisnowski now on to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Demario Davis there on the stop. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Pacheco once again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Yellow.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. And this will be taken at the 13. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Yellow.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jalen Waddle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Mahomes, and the throw here caught by Addison. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Yellow.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Throwing left side, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 21. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. What was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Yellow.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Attack, attack! Attack!
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 28. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd down and 1. Again, it's Pacheco. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Pacheco will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Mustang 19. Hustle, hustle.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Yellow.
This a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
He'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Hey, let's go!
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
15.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
Yellow.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. And again, it's Mahomes. Complete to Addison on the out route. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run it with Pacheco for the gun. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Touchdown! Mark Andrews. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The point after, good by Groupie. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. The return is Duvernay. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
70 Ranger. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Groupie able to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The return is Duvernay. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now Chubb running right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
This is fielded inside the 5. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The point after, good by Groupie. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ready.
2nd and 5. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Washington, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.